Greetings, friends. It's really windy. I don't know why. Like a storm is coming or something. But I'm just going to briefly talk about the NBA Finals. And I think, or just really the NBA season, 2019 to 2020. That's what I want to talk about. And really, all I want to say is that the season ended on March 11th because of all the concerns over the virus. That's when the season ended. You should have let it end. That's it. It's over. Instead, they decided to wait all the rest of March, April, May, June, July. Then on July 30th, they decided to come back, get all the teams together in Orlando, in the Orlando bubble, as they call it, and there complete only 8 more games, which is not as many as I think they actually had remaining if it was a regular season. Just 8 more games to determine playoff seeding, and then they went ahead into their playoff series. A weird time in September and October having the NBA season. This is unheard of. Usually it's preseason right now for the NBA in October, and then usually it starts around Halloween. That's when the regular season normally starts. Now they're having the NBA Finals, so then they're going to have to postpone next year's season, make it start, in the middle of the winter? So it doesn't make any sense at all. Why didn't you just let it go? Why don't you just say, you know what, it's over, this season is botched? And that's not even to say anything about all the political posturing that the NBA has gotten involved in, supporting the current unrest, the riots, and social justice, but advertising it much more fervently than even the NFL. The NFL kind of backed down on that a little bit, but the NBA, so it's no surprising that their ratings have tanked for the playoffs. And of course they have big egos, like LeBron James, very big ego. But who am I to judge? But the way he acts for everyone to see. And people worship this guy, and they worship Kobe Bryant. Now, I don't want to speak too ill of Kobe Bryant, but he was a big ego too. And who knows what happened with his plane crash, his helicopter crash, because they were warned not to fly that helicopter. Bad conditions, bad fog. And who do you think was the main reason they were flying the helicopter? Do you think it's because one of the other people in his party wanted to go? No, it's Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and a few other people, and then the pilots. Who do you think was the man deciding that helicopter was going to fly, despite there being a warning, fog, bad weather, don't fly. Don't fly a helicopter. So anyways, I don't want to speak too ill of anyone, but I'm just saying, when it comes to the NBA, these big egos, why are you worshiping these people? And so don't call something that which it is not. You can't resume the season all these months later. It's not the same thing. And yet, of course, I forgot to mention, they don't have practically anyone in the crowds. What makes a real sports is, of course, most people watch it on TV, but you got to see the crowd there. And thousands of people, they don't want to come out to see the games. Very limited crowds, because obviously you have to keep distancing. So effectively, it's no longer a public, it was always a TV event, but at least it had a real crowd there. Now it doesn't even have that anymore, so it's totally fake. The season ended on March 11th, 2020. Just call it a dead season. Don't give it some weird asterisk, or don't try to explain it away. And they're playing all the games in Orlando, so that's another reason it's not real. You have to play the games in the localities of the local teams who are at that level. Their home team, their home city has to have the honor of having that game played. But obviously we know it's all just for money, it's all fake anyway, so why should I even expect that? But I'm happy that they got low ratings. Let's see it continue. Let's see it continue. On another topic but similar idea, think of these teachers getting sent, many teachers who are public employees, largely speaking, getting sent home by their government because of pandemic, so-called pandemic reasons. And then the teachers are now working from the internet, working with their students, reaching out. Well, fine. You can do that, but don't call yourself a teacher. You are now an online instructor. Online instructor. Teacher's not the same thing. Teacher has to be with their students in class. At least most of the time. I mean, sure, they can have online correspondence, but that's the whole idea of the teacher. He's there with the students. He or she is there with the students. Hasta luego, amigos.